This week on the show, Tog tries to go camping to sort out yet another attempt at artisanal foodstuffs. And as they say on the interwebs, you'll never believe what happens next.
You're with Tog Chesterfield here on 101.7 FM, the Grack. So what is this show or this thing that you're listening to right now? Well, I hit rock bottom, and because of that, I'm trying to pick up the pieces and fix up my life. And I'm taking you along as I try new things out and attempt to get off a rock bottom and, I don't know, get up off the couch too, I guess.
Unfuck your life with Tog Chesterfield.
So, welcome to the show. Right now, it's 5:04 p.m. I'll be with you here for your commute or while you prepare your dinner or awkwardly stand in line at the post office hoping to get your parcel in before the cutoff time because your boss kept you at work a little bit too late. I'm coming into your ears for the evening like a pair of old and comfortable and slightly warm polyurethane earbuds. So, this week I'm going to tell you about another one of my attempts to take back my life after hitting rock bottom and sitting on that couch a little bit too much. It's the same couch that I told you about in a previous show, the one where my old cat Kevin used to whiz on when he was still puttering around this earth. Anyways, this week's story involves trying to go camping and sort out a new idea I had for instant coffee by the campfire. I had this pretty great idea to make an artisanal instant coffee after I won a giant box of instant coffee tins in one of those online sweepstakes I used to enter not long after I just hit rock bottom and I was trying to strike it lucky and get some good food into my kitchen. Anyways, in this contest, the one that I won, I got to select between regular instant coffee or decaf regular or hazelnut or French vanilla. That was it actually. And I thought, wow, is this all instant coffee has to offer? Well, my bulk bins down the street, I checked there too, and they just had the regular flavor, the decaf regular flavor, and they had the hazelnut and the French vanilla, and then they had a medium roast of the regular flavor, and then they had one with mushrooms in it or something, which I guess was pretty artisanal, but that wasn't a really interesting flavor to me, at least. So I thought, where are all the artisanal ones? After I had just tried to get into artisanal vegan jerky and artisanal sourdough before that, maybe try number 3 would be a charm. Artisanal instant coffee. It just has a ring to it too. There's some kind of ring there to it. And if it works, maybe instant coffee would be my way off at rock bottom and into like a thriving local business here in Grackleton, making instant coffee and neat flavors for my own neighbors. Oh, speaking of Grackleton, we need to take a quick break. But before that quick break, I need to tell you that I actually dyed my hair. I wanted to get all creative, and I was standing looking at myself in the mirror. Anyways, if you're listening to me on the radio, you won't be able to see it on the radio. But if you're watching me, YouTube listeners, you can look at it right now. I hope you like it. And one other thing, if you're watching me on YouTube, you might see that I always wear this same hoodie. And I wanted to tell you why it's always the same. One of you emailed the show about that because I'm always wearing the same sweatshirt, and they were like, "Why do you always wear that same hoodie on your show?" Well, that's what they sounded like in my head. And well, that is because I won a big box full of sweatshirts when I was doing one of those online contest sweepstakes, the same one I won the really boring, non-flavored instant coffee and same sweepstakes. Yeah, but this one was for the sweatsuits. Hello, this is Tog Chesterfield speaking.
Oh, hey, Tog. Yeah, thanks for picking up.
Oh, no problem.
Not many people do that these days. Actually pick up the phone and not leave it to go to text or something.
Oh?
Or voicemail, I guess.
Oh, voice, yeah.
Anyways, I'm calling you, Tog, because you won our grand prize.
Oh.
A box of sweatsuits from us in the online contest this week.
Oh, I remember that one. Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah, anyways, so yeah, that's why I'm calling, and I'll email you the details of what you won and just get your address. And
Okay.
pretty much just that. I'll just get your address. The box that you won, it's all set.
Yeah.
I've got it right here by my desk. It's all the sizes and colors we have, so I just need your address. I'll just pop it on there and pop it in the mail.
Oh, is there anything else you need, like, right now for calling me?
Oh, no, nothing. I just wanted to tell you that I won, voice to voice, deliver the news myself
that I
firsthand.
Won. Oh,
yeah.
Can I give my address right now?
So yeah, Tog, how you doing?
Oh, can I give you my address right now?
Oh, no, not right now. Because like if I get it over the phone, I'll probably write it down wrong, and then I have to like type it in from my wrong writing, and then it's gonna send you anyway. So I just like to send you an email, and you just pop an email back to me with your address, and I'll copy and paste it right into my my application that I have here.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll just ship
the
box. They'll print it out, and then I'll slap it on there and
I understand.
And send it out to you. So
okay.
are you doing anything cool this weekend? Talk?
I should be going now. I really got to go.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, I have, you know what, I am taking my dog out to agility this weekend. I got some lessons signed up. I'm really excited about that. My dog absolutely loves, I've been in flyball for a while, so I just thought, like, why don't I try agility? I mean, he's so good at that. And
I really should go now.
Yeah, no. So I'm gonna send you an email. I'll send you an email later today, and then you just send me back that address, and then I'll just
I got
put it into my software.
I
and then I'm
heard you the first time. I heard you the first time.
I'm going to enter it into the software, and then I print it out on my labeler, and then I'm just going to slap
dyno.
it on there, and I'll get this out to you.
I got it. Right.
So anyways, my dog was like really into flyball.
Those sweatshirts, they came at a really good time because the laundromat, the one that I told you about in my first show, the one that I go to called Sheet Happens, I was using their no-name detergent that they sold at that place in one of those tin things on the wall. You know, the one that you like put in your coins and then you pull a handle with that toggle and then it pops out a little box and so. Anyways, I used that all the time because I liked the smell of it. But it actually ended up disintegrating most of my wardrobe. Everything ended up falling apart. So it's these hoodies or nothing, YouTube. Anyway. Now let's take a quick break and we'll get on to what happened on that big old camping trip I went on. You're listening to Tog Chesterfield on 101.7 The Grack, and this is Unfuck Your Life with Tog Chesterfield.
Unfuck Your Life with Tog Chesterfield.
The Daily Reconnect with deHaan. You might feel dissociated, isolated, or perhaps like you aren't really a part of the world. Whatever you're experiencing, together we will try to reconnect to the world and get motivated to make a difference again. Episodes will be released Monday, Wednesday, and Friday mornings every week when the podcast launches March 3rd. Subscribe to the Daily Reconnect wherever you find your podcasts from StereoForest.com.
Back to the show. So, camping and instant coffee. So I had this idea after winning that boring old, plain old instant coffee sweepstakes. All I could get from my winnings was a boring old flavor, and that's all I could get at bulk bins too. So I thought, why don't I make some artisanal flavors? So I had a few flavor ideas, and I thought, what better way to test them out than to simulate an ideal scenario for imbibing instant coffee. And that turned out to be camping, I found out. And I'm not a camper. guys, I know I might sound like a camper here, but I maybe look like a camper if you're watching me on YouTube. But I'm not a camper. It's surprising maybe to some of you, but I do have a van, and I have an inflatable mattress that I could just toss in the back. But I sold my Ford Transit Connect, my van, to a person who was at the East Grackleton Super Appreciation Group after they saw it at the picnic I presented my apology letter that you might have heard in another show. I got a less expensive van after that to replace it. So I got a much older van, an older new van, new to me, but an old van, and I could camp in that. And it already even had a few camping accessories in the back. And I used the leftover cash that I saved to start my own new camp-flavored instant coffee. Well, the Empire. I hoped that it would be an Empire. So most people in Grackleton, they camp near the lake, Lake Corncrop. It has some fire pits, it's public toilets, it's dog-friendly, and people say the wind there usually keeps the mosquitoes away. We have a lot of mosquitoes around Grackleton. So, as all of you probably know, it's very popular at Lake Corncrop, even though there's so much mud. What's with the mud, you guys? It's a lot of, it's way more mud than you'd think of, even for being a lake. I had managed to add the flavors to my instant coffee, the trial batches, and all of them I thought tasted okay when I tested them out in the kitchen with a proper mug. All I had to do was throw a few things in the back of my old camping van. It was new to me, but it was an old camping van, and pack up a few suitable mugs for the instant coffee and my new coffee blends to test on the road. Well, while I was camping, not while I was driving. I was going with the roommate, the same one you met in the last show that I had, Joe Roost. Joe actually had the idea to do the trip in the first place because I'd never camped before. I never even thought of going camping.
Yeah, Joe. Well, I think it actually turned out not too bad. This is my first batch here.
Yeah, hon. You know, the only place that I like to use instant coffee is while I'm camping. You should really test them when you're out at the lake or in the woods or something. I swear to God, coffee actually tastes different. Because it tastes different. It's something. Especially if it's artisanal coffee, because you have to get, the flavor of these coffees, the flavored coffees. It combines with, I don't know if it's the trees or the lake, or if you're by an ocean, probably definitely the salt from an ocean. Well, I swear to God, it always, it combines in your mouth, and it tastes different. I swear to God, it tastes different.
Real? What?
Yeah. Well, if you're doing flavors, you have to do that, because the other thing is if you're going out to the lake or camping, or I don't know, it's like an earthquake or something, you have to test it against that stuff, because that's when your customers, your main customers, are all going to be doing those things,
right?
If they're drinking instant coffee, because you only drink instant coffee, like the instant stuff, the stuff when you just have hot water. You're never doing it at home or anything like that. I wouldn't think you'd be doing it.
No.
Anyways, you have to do it while you're camping, because it tastes different. If you're doing the artisanal flavors, you have to be, sitting in the chair or wearing the shoes of your customers and stuff like that.
Can we circle back maybe to that earthquake thing?
You have to do that. My dog James, when he gets a new food.
So Joe is coming out to camp with us, and Joe is bringing James, their dog, along too, since Lake Corncrop, like I said, was dog friendly, and you should generally camp with a dog anyways, I think. This might be a mildly hot take to you out there, Grackletonians, but I'm going to stand by it. I packed up all my sample flavors, and we set out to the lake in my new old van and found a pretty good spot. And I got all set up for the evening after a long walk with Joe and James the dog. As soon as I got out the first sample, my mango banana instant coffee, the mosquitoes, they swarmed us. from every direction, too. Suddenly, Joe and I and James the dog, we are surrounded by a whole flurry of mosquitoes. Joe and I tested the mango banana really quickly, and then we dumped the rest. The coffee, it was terrible. Not the experiences with the mosquitoes are terrible as well, but that wasn't why we dumped the rest. The taste profile of the mango banana flavor was quite egregious in nature. But I still have 2 more flavors at this point, my most artisanal ones as well. Sourdough yogurt instant coffee, and what I figured would be my signature flavor, Limburger cheese instant coffee. I looked it up, and that's considered very artisanal. As a flavor, not as an instant coffee. I'd be blazing new trails with it as an instant coffee. And the same thing happened again. We were surrounded by mosquitoes, who actually went on the attack that time. Our combined review, it was a displeasing to vomitous taste profile. Joe actually rated it 0 out of 10 on a scale that regrettably started at 1.
I mean, it might be okay.
Yeah, hun, this isn't good.
Oh.
I'm sorry to tell you, I think even James probably, if James was drinking coffee,
He's a dog.
Like this.
He's a dog. He's a dog, though. Maybe it's the mug. I think the mug is wrong. Yeah.
No, I don't think it's the texture of the mug. I think probably anybody's not really going to like the taste of this coffee.
But I mean, you need to have the right mug. This texture, like you see, the texture just isn't right for drinking coffee. It's in the wrong mug.
Yeah, no, this is a coffee. This is a camping coffee mug.
But it's a new thing. It's artisanal. It's artisanal.
Han, no, this is just bad.
The next morning, as we set off, all of my sample instant coffee turned into a brick with the moisture that tested the limits of my packaging. The water got in, and then it was just like one great big cube of instant coffee. So Joe and I set off back to our place, and Joe took off not long after that. It wasn't my potatoes this time, or the potato incident after I told Joe what happened, and it wasn't related to the coffee either. Joe just decided to go on a camping trip across North America with James the dog, and I didn't see them again. Well, except on Instagram. I saw them on Instagram, of course. But now Erin Bandelbrush has moved in, which is really exciting. Oh, all right, speaking of exciting, it's time for the weather. I'm almost getting the hang of this.
I'm driving in the car.
Tonight's weather for your drive at 5 with Unfuck Your Life is brought to you by the West Grackleton Patio Recreation Alliance. The West Grackleton Patio Recreation Alliance puts ideas in your noggin.
Get ready for the weather.
The weather for this evening is going to be a blustery mess, with wind coming from the south, the north, and the east simultaneously. So if you are in central Grackleton, be sure to batten down the hatches.
You just learned all about the weather.
And that's it for the weather on your Drive at 5 from West Grackleton Patio Recreation Alliance. We put the pat in patio. What the heck does that even mean?
Unfuck Your Life with Todd Chesterfield.
It turned out, after I looked into it upon returning to the townhouse, the instant coffee was actually attracting the mosquitoes. They were attracted to the flavors that I selected. Joe was right. Mosquitoes aside and mugs aside, the coffee on its own was off-putting. Or to quote Joe, vulgar and contemptible. That's what Joe said. Though I really do think that the texture of the mug really affects what you drink out of it, like how good it tastes. It's a texture thing. I swear to God, it's a texture thing. But the coffee and the mugs, none of that was really the problem or the fix when it comes to unfucking my life. I've been setting up a whole lot of goals for myself lately. I was trying to make up whole businesses from scratch and fix my happiness and add creativity to my life and make new friends and learn new skills. I didn't know how to do any of these things that I was trying. I should just be trying to get off the couch and pick one thing to fix before moving on and not fix everything at once. Because I think when we try to achieve all of the goals and fix all of the things all at once, especially when you're trying to get off a rock bottom or get out of depression, it makes it much harder to fix anything at all. You're just trying to get your life back and maybe find a bit of purpose or something. Because of that, I'm going to try to just get one thing right and feel good from that one thing. And then I'll try the next thing. And
Hi, excuse me.
oh, hi there. Yes, what's up?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I also want to thank you cordially for the thank you note that you put
Oh, right.
in
Yeah.
the room that I will be staying in. I just want to thank you for the thank you note. That's just
Right.
how Erin Bandelbrush, by the way.
Oh, I remember. Yeah, I remember.
Okay,
Yeah.
good.
No, I know you. Yeah.
So I have a quick, expeditious query for you. At the present moment,
Right.
I hope you don't mind that I am interfering in your activities here.
No, that's fine. It happens.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. So the query is regarding the refrigerator unit that is in the kitchen.
Right. Yeah, that's where fridges go.
I am about to place my food items, my foodstuffs, into said refrigerator, and
Yeah.
I'm wondering if you would like me to place those items in the upper region of the
Yes.
refrigerator,
Right.
the upper 50%.
Okay.
You said half.
Yeah, I
So-
did. Yeah, half. You can have the upper half. That's totally fine, right?
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent. I also, I'm just curious about the potatoes. I was just
Okay.
wondering if you would like me to wash
Yeah.
the potatoes, those fine-looking tubers
they-
in that
they're
refrigerator unit.
Yeah, they're very fine, but don't touch them, please. Okay?
Fair enough. I would expect that of somebody who is involved in such an incident. One quick query, an additional one. I am sorry that I didn't present you with the fact that I would be asking multiple questions.
Okay. Yeah, you said it would be expedient.
I was wondering, there seems to be some coffee on the counter that has gone bad. I wasn't aware it could, but
no, it's not
would you like me
bad.
to
It's
put that into the refuse bin?
Okay, fine. Okay, yeah. So that's it for this week's episode of the show. This is 101.7 FM The Grack. Stay tuned for Buttertub's Bake Sale Breakdown at 6 about which desserts to make, which desserts to avoid, or which desserts to fight over at the next fundraiser. I heard things get really heated between the bakers over in Nanaimo bars. Aren't they? Nanaimo bars are actually not even baked, are they? Right? Yeah.
You have been listening to Unfuck Your Life with Tog Chesterfield, a StereoForest production. This episode was written, directed, edited, produced, and all voices were by Jen DeHaan. You can find all show notes and sign up to get notified about new episodes on StereoForest.com.